Namaskar. Welcome to 2MG or 2 Minutes Gyaan. In this episode, we are going to talk about a simple yet very effective rule for any type of retrospective. This rule is known as 20-60-20. Have you been in a retrospective where you feel like we spend too much time collecting data, grouping them, voting and deciding what to discuss? And at the time of discussion, we were running out of time and rushing. In absence of real discussion, it's not a real retrospection. This problem is also known as over-animated, where we are spending less time on discussion and spending too much time on animating what to discuss. You can overcome this problem simply by remembering 20-60-20. To understand what this rule is, let's try to dissect retrospective meeting itself. Irrespective of retrospective format, whether you have 3-question retrospective, 4-question retrospective, some animated way of retro or interactive way of retrospective. Irrespective of your format, retrospective always have 3 parts. In part 1, we collect data and we decide what to discuss. Part 2, where real discussion happens. Lots of ideas, suggestion, debate, divergence. In part 3, where we conclude and agree on next set of actions for improvement. 20-60-20 rule is basically mind mapping of your session plan in terms of time allocation. As per this rule, you should spend around 20% time on part 1, at most 25%. Most of time we spend 40%, 50% of retrospective time in collecting and animating. That's over-animated problem. Don't fall into it. Then you should spend around 60% of your time in real discussion and around 20% of your time on part 3 or conclusion part, at least 15% of time. Conclusion is very important aspect of retrospective, but often ignored one. At the end, you should restate what we agreed, validate it, understand if there is any concern, and make it more practical. How to apply this rule? Well, if you are going to facilitate your next retrospective, depends upon how much time you have, whether you have 1 hour, 2 hours, or simply 30 minutes. Depends on time. Choose a format and plan your session in such a way that you are able to respect 20-60-20 rule. Me and my colleagues are using it for many months and it's super effective. Try it, apply it, feel free to improvise it and share your experience with us and with everyone. If you like this video, please subscribe and please give your feedback in comments. Signing off for now, this is Vivek Sinha and I believe Agile is beyond boundary. Happy retrospective.